right, what's going on, Made to Move? We're going to deliver you 3 tips about bad knees. You know what? We're breaking 3 myths about bad knees.
There you go.
Right? Yep.
Breaking myths.
So myth number 1, I'm going to start with, is to not squat below parallel, or to not squat to where your knee passes over your toe. So for some reason, there was a study done, what was it, 50s, 60s?
50s or 60s, yeah.
Something like that, and it was a study between 2 different sports. I can't remember the sports. I want to say it was either football or hockey, and they compared it against lacrosse, or no, soccer. But with that, they had one team squatted below parallel, while the other team just squatted to parallel, and they found that the team that squatted below parallel, not taking into consideration they play completely different sports, had more knee joint laxity. Therefore, squatting below parallel must be bad. But do we even know that maybe more knee laxity is good in a sport that when you're getting hit, whether it's hockey or football, and you're having to go into knee valgus, maybe having more laxity is a protective mechanism. So that, just by that study alone, everyone deemed squatting below parallel or past your knees being bad. And we're going to go over, you're talking about loading. So we're going to go over why, or what you can do as far as loading goes to not let that happen. But just know, squatting below parallel is, I would say, is more beneficial than squatting just to parallel.
All right, the next thing we hear a lot is people saying they have bad knees, and we're here to tell you that that is also a myth. This whole, I'm broken, I have a bad back, I have bad knees is not a thing. For some reason, you're experiencing a sensation that your brain is interpreting as pain, but it doesn't mean that you're doomed to have pain forever. For some reason, the load and the demands that you're placing on your knee at that time, you're not able to tolerate them based on what you may have or have not experienced or done to strengthen your knees and everything around your knees. And so you don't have bad knees, you can get out of pain.
Yep. The last thing we're going to talk about is just load in general. So a lot of the time, people think, hey, my knee already has like arthritis, or I have like meniscus issues or something like that. I'm just going to leave my knee alone and not work on it because it's going to get worse over time the more I do. So it turns out that knees actually respond really robustly to load. They adapt really well. There are studies looking at soccer players where over the course of a single season, 3 months of play, the ACL just about doubled its thickness. And so this is a ligament that we don't really think adapts to load, but it does. There's a study looking at Olympic lifters. So Matt was talking about squatting below parallel. Elite Olympic lifters, these people doing squats and clean and jerks, a lot of them like touch their butt to the floor when they squat. Like it's the deepest squats probably in sports. And they actually had thicker knee cartilage compared to control groups and normal people that don't do these kind of things. And even to recreational lifters, they had thicker cartilage than them. And so really what we want to do is find the proper load, right? So we don't want to just go, if you have bad knees, what Hannah just said, you don't really have that, but if you have knee pain, you don't want to go max out your squat on day 1. You want to do a slow progression with some kind of loading, make your quads strong, make your hamstrings strong, make your calves strong, make your hips strong, slowly over time, and eventually your knees will get strong. And sometimes it takes a while to get out of pain, but eventually it can get that way.
All right, so 3 tips.
3 tips.